because like I just look like an asshole. She's just like, yeah, we're promoting it well, and then Sterling's just like, nope, fuck you guys, I can promote it better. If you gotta do something well, you gotta do it yourself. But hey, thank you for helping us out, and
Yeah, of course.
we actually will actively be stealing that because it looks so
Awesome.
good. Yes.
Sweet.
So hey, we're also going live like now because I pushed the go
Cool.
live button, so we're live.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, hey, what's up, guys? This is Babetalk. Welcome to Babetalk. Good evening.
Yeah,
We're broadcasting from two different time zones right now. Isn't that crazy?
that's some Doctor Who shit.
That is some Doctor Who shit. I am currently in the future right now, and I'm talking to the past.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm actually not talking to the past. I'm talking to Sterling. Okay,
Hey,
happy, all right.
how's it going?
Some dad humor for you guys. But so you mentioned Doctor Who, and the one thing that I didn't really think about was that the popularity in which Doctor Who kind of took the past few years. And my friend posted a Christmas tree with the weeping angels.
Yeah,
Is
that's
is
great.
that is that like a thing that I've missed, or like is that like a now thing?
What, Doctor Who?
Oh no, the weeping angels.
Weeping Angels? I'm pretty sure I've been around for 50 years, 50 something years.
But do you put that on top of your Christmas tree? Like
Not
I'd
me,
shit
not me.
myself.
Yeah.
Like it's like don't or blink at all. Like I'm like don't even look at your tree. It's up there, but
Yeah.
don't you damn near look at it.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, this is great. So we have a new feature tonight in which we have a live chat. I point to it, but it's on your screen, and you might not even be looking at it on the YouTube thing. So we're just gonna point in random places, and hopefully those watching it, you'll find it. And of course, because we're a podcast, and pointing makes for great radio. Next time you wanna, next time you wanna listen to Babe Talk, do it live, because we do things.
Yeah.
So let's kick this podcast off. Well, every week, excuse me, every week we start off the podcast by asking our guests how their week was or how their past however was. So, Sterling, how have you been?
I've been pretty good. It's finals week here at SMU, so a lot of miscellaneous school stuff going on.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's fun.
I wouldn't say fun exactly, but it's like all essays and like film projects for me. And then I have one exam on the last possible day you're allowed to have an exam. So I basically have to stay here until the last day, and then I get to go home.
That is not that's
It's bad luck.
I love it's bad luck, and I also
Yeah.
love the professors that are just like I'm gonna hold on to you guys as long as humanly possible because there's no human decency in me whatsoever.
No, no way.
So you brought up film. Do you have like any projects that you're working on that like currently? Because
Yeah, me
like
and my
I know.
friends tomorrow morning we're shooting like a Christmas special type thing, but it's like a depressing Christmas special. So it's actually kind of upsetting. Like I was writing it and I was like, oh God, make this stop. It's so sad. I don't want to
Oh,
do this.
just wait until you edit it because we're gonna want to edit it to make like people cry, and then you're gonna just sit there in your editing bay and just be like, oh man, I did not want to do this project.
It's due on Sunday too, so got to crank it all out this weekend.
Gotta crank it all. Oh
Crank it all
man,
out.
that's even better. Like you have like power editing and power
Yeah.
shooting,
Yeah,
and here you are doing a podcast. God bless you, and thank you so much for wanting to do
I
this.
love it. I'm so excited about this. It's awesome.
Because I know that there are far better things, well, more tangible things that you could be doing, like
No,
emotionally preparing yourself for shooting.
mostly emotionally. Yeah, mostly emotionally.
Now, do you is this a major that you're going for, or is this like a side project that you're kind of doing for extra credits, or like are you a film major?
I am a film major. I'm a film and journalism major, but that's kind of just like this. Like there's like school, and then music stuff. I'd much, oh my God, I'd much rather be doing music stuff. Can't even
Yeah,
begin to tell you.
true.
Mm.
I mean, like I was gonna say like at least school doesn't make you cry, but I mean like they both kind of could make you cry.
Yep, in different ways.
In different ways. Like there's a different type of sadness. There's like the American football sadness in which we all just like, embrace and like willingly put through, and then there's just like this is due tomorrow and you just sit
Yep.
there and sob the
Oh
entire
my
night
God.
away.
Don't do
So
both
like
at the same time, though. Not both at the same time.
That's just asking for just like an awful, awful night. You're like sad, confused, crying.
Every night.
You're,
Every night.
every night. I'm so sorry to hear that. So, speaking of journalism, and I did not know this, you actually also run or are part of a journalism site as well. Is this
That's
correct?
true. Yeah. Koala Music Review. That is my blog where I talk about music and review it.
Nice. Sick. Now, because I'm a great host of a podcast, I totally did. I mean, I did my research and stuff, but that was the one thing that I have overlooked. Do you want to drop some knowledge on the kids on this koala music review?
Um, Honestly, it's just kind of something I do for fun. But if you want to find it, just like Koala Music Review on Facebook. It's a Tumblr page. So I usually do stuff like album reviews, and if bands are looking for like promotion or anything like that, I do song premieres and stuff like that. Just stuff that so I get to, not only do I get to make music, but I get to talk about music, and I get to like talk about other people with music. So super fun.
Nice. Yeah. Because like it's fun to always like produce music, but I think the one thing that a lot of us do, because like when we go to shows and stuff, we'll always discuss music, and like we'll have these like half meaningful, half like shoot the shit kind of conversations, and like when they both kind of meet, it makes for like positive conversation, and
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. We people like talking. It's
Oh
great.
yeah, definitely. Talking about
Now
music.
let's get talking about music.
Yeah.
Now I remember before we started the episode, you were talking about some things that you enjoy when you're not doing music, and you were talking about video games,
Yeah.
which had me think about. I was like, oh man, like I remember video games and music because of course like music podcasts got to tie it in somewhere.
Yeah.
And I remember you talking about skating.
Yeah.
Is your like hype on skate video games? Because we have like a few, and like my whole break into punk music kind of started with Grind Session, which was an old PS1
Cool.
skating game. Yeah. So like, do you hold like a special video game skate game?
So that's kind of a touchy subject for a lot of people, apparently, is skateboarding video games, because there's a lot of really terrible ones apparently out there. And I gotta say, honestly, skateboarding video games is something that I never got into. Like I know people are obsessed with Proving Ground or not Proving Ground. What are the big ones with the
Tony
soundtracks?
Hawk's Tony Hawk's
Pro Skater.
Pro Skater. Yeah.
Yeah. Except the new one wasn't good or something. Like Pro Skater 5 was supposed to be not good.
It was funny. We actually have a review for it on the website by one of our old writers, Kimmy.
Yeah.
She went to review it, and it was kind of just like they went for it, and then they like rushed it, and it's so glitchy, and
that
like
sucks.
it holds remnant of old Tony Hawk stuff, but it's like hella. It's like if you're just like, hey, can you hurry with my sandwich? It's just like, here's a sandwich, and like they throw it, and like the lettuce fucking falls, and it's just like I asked for mayonnaise, and you gave me fucking Grey Poupon. Like it was a mess. It was an overall mess.
But there's a State Champ song on it, right? On the soundtrack.
Very true.
That's
Yes, there is.
that's awesome. I'm glad that happened, though. At least that's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
And it's funny that you brought up State Champs because they've actually been doing well with this past year and being featured in different video games. Because I remember when Crazy Taxi had released a quick mobile game on the phone, and I'm like, oh shit, Crazy Taxi, absolutely, that's going right on my phone.
Yeah.
And the first song that was on there was Elevated, and I was like,
Whoa,
yo, this is hype, this is sick, I'm about it.
that's hilarious. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. So there's been a lot of it's been a fairly good year for certain musicians and getting their exposure stuff out.
Oh yeah.
That's a sentence. So you were also talking about other video games. Which other video games do you like to enjoy when you're not musicking?
I gotta say, my favorite video game of all time is probably BioShock. BioShock is great, just cinematic experience. I could play that all the way through every day of my life, probably. But a lot of Pokemon. I could play Pokemon every day, every night.
How is
Tetris.
Oh, Tetris too, really?
Tetris is endless fun. I love Tetris.
Nah. Have you ever played the stand-up machines?
No, I don't think so.
Those are very fun to if like cause I'm also a huge Tetris fan as well, and I've been to several different barcades in across the United States, and every time I find one, I must play a Tetris, which
Oh,
9
that's
chances
cool.
out of 10, no one else probably plays it. So you have like a very strong chance of putting your name onto one of the boards.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's also a fun thing.
Tetris is
Um,
great. Yeah.
Tetris is life.
Yeah.
Describe your excitement for the new Pokemon VR that's going to be coming out next year.
I don't even know where to begin. It's Wii U, right?
Oh man, it's going to be for the mobile devices.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So that's the one where it's like in real life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even, that's like one of those things that like when like me and my friends were like super little, we'd be like, oh, wouldn't it be so sick if there's like a Pokemon game, but like in real life?
Oh man, you say real little. I'm pretty sure I had that conversation like about a year ago.
I got to seem cool in front of the Babetalk listeners.
Wait, one more time.
I got to seem cool in front of the Babetalk listeners.
There you go. Don't worry. Compared to me, you'll be the coolest motherfucker on there. Speaking of cool things, for those that are watching the podcast, flash that cell phone case real fast. Now that is sick. That's
Oh,
very
thank you,
cool.
man. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Where'd you find that from?
This was ordered from Amazon, so it's actually funny that you think it looks really cool because if you see it in person, it actually looks terrible. Like it looks like a really zoomed in, low quality JPEG that someone printed on a phone case.
Well, I mean, God bless the internet.
Yeah, cool idea though. I was like, I gotta have this. Super awesome. But
Gotta have it. Gotta need
Yeah.
it. Gotta want it. That is very cool.
thank you.
Oh, absolutely. So, going back to video game stuff, the BioShock series, that's a pretty like huge thing. Do you think they're
Yeah.
gonna be like doing an HD version of that anytime soon? Because I'm pretty sure they're due for. Because I don't think they're doing any more BioShocks, are they?
I don't know about more games, but they're making a movie, right? They're working on a movie.
Oh shit, bricks! I didn't.
I believe so. Yeah. Let me Google this. Yeah. I could totally see them doing an HD version of BioShock 1 or maybe BioShock 1 and 2, like as a little package type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Infinite seems like kind of a closer. You know what I mean? So I can't see them doing any other sequels.
Yeah, and that would make sense because I mean, like once you get to 4, unless you're Burnout or if the Fast and Furious were to ever come out with a video game,
Yeah.
you kind of only really need 4.
Yeah.
So that's pretty.
Apparently, they were going to make a BioShock movie that was supposed to come out in 2011, and it was supposed to be directed by the guy who did Pirates of the Caribbean. But there was some
What?
issue, I guess, with him directing, and it just got canceled, I assume.
That sounds about right. I mean, people just hack movies all the time. It's like, yeah, let's do it, and then it's just like, no, fuck you. All right, totally didn't want to see this. At least they're finally pushing with the Star Wars series. Like that's pretty cool.
That is going to be exciting. Yeah, I feel really bad. Like I hope for all the people waiting that it's not going to be terrible. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. And I also think that like it's being so hyped up to like an ungodly level that
Yeah.
if it's not even remotely close to what people are gonna or people are gonna think of it, they're just gonna be like burn down the theater. It's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
man. Because this is very interesting. Well, and I'm actually very upset. I have a podcast on that night, so I'm going to be very salty, and I'm going to be finishing the episode as soon as possible so that I can try and catch a midnight premiere. Whoever that guest is, which I'm pretty sure it's going. I'm a great host, and I don't remember what guest it is, but I know when Star Wars is premiering. Hey guys, welcome to Babetalk. I'm so cool. Please come on my podcast. So let's start to get into you, and let's start to get in the band, the Happy All Right. Let's start with the position that you are in the band.
Okay. I sing and I play guitar. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. All right, guys, great interview. We're packing it up.
Thanks,
Good
man.
night. No problem. So you sing and play guitar in the band. And if you can just give like a quick history of the Happy All Right, like
Okay.
as to where you guys started from. If you guys had any change of hands with instruments and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. We started about 2011. Me and my friend Quinn, he was the friend I was having dinner with right before this. His car broke down, and he's still in the parking lot of Movie Trading Company right now, actually waiting waiting to get towed, which sucks. Um,
So wait, you just left him and said, "Sorry, man, I gotta
his,
do the
so
podcast. You're
his
on your
parents had
own."
to come. His parents had to come, and what they were gonna do was they were gonna wait with him because so he could get a car and end up coming back here later. So his parents just
Okay.
drove me here, and now they're back at the parking lot with him, I guess, something like that. But
Okay.
yeah,
I'm like priorities, man. They didn't even get their son. It was just like, no, we like Sterling way more than you, kid.
what can I say? What can I say? No, but that's Quinn, and he played bass in the band originally. So what it was is me and Quinn got together, and we really wanted to do like a pop punk band because we were huge Green Day fans, and we wanted to do something like Green Day. So I took guitar lessons at this place like downtown Dallas, and I knew this kid who played drums. He's like 3 years younger than us, but he basically a prodigy, at drums. So we were like, oh, we need to get this kid in on the band. So the three of us did stuff from 2011 to like 2013, and then Quinn ended up going to college in Cleveland. So what happened is I met Mason, who's our current bassist at college right now, and he's a music student. He does percussion here, and we kind of like. There's a funny story about this. I actually Facebook stalked him and got to know him via Facebook stalking, and then we became friends in person. Less weird, but we did a talent show together. Like we just want to play some Fall Out Boy songs and some Wonder Years songs. So we did that, and we like really clicked, and we started hanging out, and we started practicing, and we got like the band got really tight at that point. And we're like, okay, let's be serious about this. Let's get things going, and we recorded EP Esperando this year. So this was we recorded it at the end of 2014, came out this year in February, and we got Jonathan, one of Brad, the drummer's friends, to come in and play guitars, and there was four of us, and we finished a record in November, and now we're listening to the mixes and masters, and we're super excited about it. It's gonna be awesome.
Sick, nice. I mean, like it's always great to see things just like fall together in the right places, and then like, oh shit, you have a band.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because that's kind of exactly how it feels. You know what I mean? Like we really wanted to set out to do something, but it ended up just being all like coincidences and all like just really awesome like communication and songwriting and stuff like that. And we all got together and everything just worked out really smoothly. So it's pretty great.
That's awesome. Like that's a really beautiful thing. So you already brought up the EP Esperando. So you go from taking lessons to doing some covers like to get the style down of pop punk, and then you guys just booked out an EP. I mean and from the listen to it from some of my songs that I definitely had listened to like a few times. My Stupid Life, Half Empty. It seemed very solid and like you guys had it down. What was the
Thank you.
process between just jumping from all right, we're doing a cover band, and then now we're a band. Like where's the progression in that?
So with our first lineup, with the first three of us, we played like for 3 years or something like that. So over that period of time, we had plenty of original songs. We would just like filter through original songs, be like, oh, tonight let's play these 12 songs with a bunch of covers and stuff like that. And over that time, like me and Brad became really we really clicked musically. So like we could always like tell what the other one's thinking when we're playing stuff, if we need to like improv anything. So we had a really good connection from that point, and it kind of just turned into all originals. Like we have two other EPs before Esperando, which were kind of less serious. Like we were kind of like, oh yeah, let's make this and like sell it to our friends and see who buys it. But Esperando, we were like, okay, let's sit down, let's like pick our best songs and make them the best we can make them and put that out and make sure that gets to as many people as possible.
Now that's pretty solid. Like, and again, it's just going back to practicing and getting like your shit together, and then like especially finding the right type of people as well.
Yeah.
So now that you kind of went into having members that are able to basically read your own mind, can you go into the recording style or how you guys write songs together?
Yeah. So with this latest EP, what we did is we lived a week at Brad's house, the drummer's house in June, I think it was. So we spent a whole week there. We saw midnight premiere of Jurassic World, so it was around that time basically.
Okay, nice.
We pretty much spent like every single day. We woke up early, went to bed late, and we just spent a whole day in the same room, like writing songs and like, I'm not gonna say arguing, but like, debating and trying to make each song and every single part like the best thing we could get. So it was just long hours, just exhausting, really hot because it was in the middle of the freaking summer. So sweating our asses off in the same room trying to write songs. So I think we came up with like 8 songs or something like that by the end of it. And what ended up happening is we didn't even use all those songs for the EP. We used 2 of the ones we wrote that week. And throughout, between then and now, we had met up and like jammed some songs. And me and Mason will meet up at school and we'll like jam stuff and write lyrics and stuff like that. And one of the songs we actually wrote like last minute, like while recording, we're like, oh, this song is not done. We need to finish this entire song right now. So yeah, a lot of it's pretty on the fly, but some of it's hours of just debating and practicing and figuring out how to make it the best possible song.
Yeah, because you guys seem to have the instrumentals down. And just going into some of the writing process, because like the actual lyrical content, it seems very narrative driven. Do you care to go into like what goes into your lyrics?
Sure, yeah. So with Esperando, it was a little bit more. Several of those songs we had written before we were collecting it as an EP. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Esperando was kind of more of a greatest hits type thing in which we were like, oh, these are our best songs that we know how to play. Let's put them in this order. And it kind of ended up being a story in the sense that we were like, oh, these songs go together in this order and everything like that. But with this newest one, the lyrics probably spanned from over the course of like the last 6 months of just basically between classes. Whenever Mason or I had time, we would just like get out our little notebooks and like write our feelings basically in a little notebook. And what's really funny is one of the songs on the new EP, Mason wrote the lyrics entirely, like just Mason. And
oh wow.
when we met up to like work on that song, we were kind of like, I was like, this is like the same stuff I'm writing about. And we don't even talk about lyrics until we get to the very last point. So it was really cool to be like, we're in the same headspace. So we knew exactly what we wanted to do with that song and with the rest of the songs too, which is pretty cool.
That's really sick. I was actually going through your guys' stuff, and I had wanted to know, because I've heard a lot of things about the Texas scene, and that it's really popular with like a lot of well, like you had said, and I didn't notice, like metalcore bands and pop punk bands, and I've known for a while that if anyone wants to get into a scene, it's been Philadelphia, and then like right afterwards, I've heard Texas.
Wow.
How's the state of the scene, for lack of a better phrase?
Right now, it is better than ever. But I gotta tell you, like in 2011, when we started doing like pop punk stuff, and that was the first band I had ever been in. So I didn't know anything about the DIY scene in Texas or the North Texas punk scene, which is huge. Like Denton is considered pretty much the best punk city in the entire country, which is insane. It's super awesome. That's in North Texas. And but back in 2011, not only did I not know what was going on, it seemed to me that there was, specifically with pop punk, there was no pop punk bands except Underdog House, who are our friends, and they've been doing it for a long time, and they're kind of like the go-to pop punk band from the area. But other than that, pop punk was like for lack of a better word, like dead for the most part in Texas. Like
pop punk's not dead. 2012, they revived it.
I know. I tried to stay away from saying anything like that. It was it seemed like kind of uncool or kind of like not fashionable. There's always metalcore going on, but like as of the past few years, I would say probably with like the increase in popularity in bands like the Wonder Years and Neck Deep especially spawned so many new pop punk bands in Texas. And it's super cool because a lot of them always like hit us up and they're like, oh, you guys have been doing it for so long and like we really look up to you and it'd be cool to play a show with you. And that's like mind blowing because we're a young band, you know, like we've only been around for like 4 years or something like that. But just to have that happen is the coolest thing ever. And just to see the scene like changing every single day is super awesome.
And
Super
start to
exciting.
like like those that are cultivating within the scene, and now it's starting to like grow and expand. That was
Yeah,
actually
it's
going to be
insane.
my follow up question, because last week I had, no, not last week, this past Tuesday, I had Michelle of Mega Weapon on, and she was talking about one of the strengths of the scene is that everyone is so friendly, and like if you're in a band, the one thing you want to do is make friends. And I
Oh
mean
yeah.
like, and now I get to ask you, like, is that like a viable thing? I mean, of course, not taking away any like points from her, but like, do you believe that's still a thing that a band should do when they're within a positive scene like that?
Definitely, 100%. Like a lot of people think that's only like the DIY mentality. It's like, oh, make friends, so then like you guys can like trade shows and stuff like that. But I think in general, in any business, you should just not be a jerk. Like honestly, just be nice to everyone you meet, and not even trying to get something out of it. You know, they're probably going to be nice back to you because that's just what nice people are supposed to do. Honestly, so I think especially in a music scene that like you don't want to step on other people's toes, and you don't want to talk bad about bands behind their backs and stuff like that. So I think it's important to respect everyone and be welcoming and inviting, because it can also be super scary if you're a new band too, you know, like you don't know what to expect, and you don't know if people in punk bands are going to be mean or intimidating or anything like that. So
Which is also true. I mean, like, when did you guys start to say, hey, we should probably start playing shows? Because, like you said, you were into punk music at the time, or pop punk
mhm.
music, going off of Green Day and, like, wanting to learn instruments. When did you finally get comfortable enough to perform in front of people?
um well, the first show we played, I don't remember how much practice we'd had before. Probably like a week or two of practice. The first show was in Brad's backyard. It was like a family get together that they were having. So we like played on like this little what do you call it? Kind of like a little patio gazebo type thing. And there's just
Okay.
like the swimming pool and a bunch of like old people sitting around. So that was just like we just played a bunch of covers and like two or three original songs. Like so it's just like we were just like, oh yeah, this is something we could actually do. Like if we could play here, we could just like send an email, and like like the first show we did was like a battle of the bands type thing, you know. So we kind of realized it was feasible if we just like reached out and we're like, hey, can we play? Like we'll do a good job, and our friends will come hang out and stuff like that. So
And that's actually very, very cool to see, like, a level of confidence, which guys are just like, yeah, let's just fucking do it. Because there are a lot of bands that are, pretty hesitant to, like, take that first step.
I agree. Yeah. I think that's probably the most important thing about like starting a band or like starting to do things as a band is just to like you got to eliminate all the fear and just like put your foot out, put your foot in the door and do stuff, you know. Just like start doing it, you know.
Just do it. A wise man once told me, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. So, scrolling through, I had seen the what every band and like anyone within the scene is always sad to see, and it's a venue closed down.
Yeah.
So there was this one called Macaroni Island. Is
Yeah.
am I yeah?
So Mac Island, I think the last show is in November, and that's actually we recorded our EP with the owner of the house, Mac Island. So Mac Island was a house venue in Denton, and Michael Briggs, shout out to Michael Briggs, coolest guy. He recorded our EP in the house, which unfortunately I believe the actual owners of the house have to. He said something like they're giving it to their daughter or something like that. So he basically is being kicked out, which sucks. And that venue like fostered a bunch of punk shows. Like I think it was 3 years or something, you know. So it was great for the scene, and now I guess all good things come to an end and stuff like that. It's kind of a bummer,
That
but
is true. Yeah. So, of course, like we went over and we said that like the pop punk scene is very strong, but I mean like how is the actual like DIY scene? Like we have like kids are throwing shows, but then like we have like house shows like that, especially within the pop punk scene.
I gotta say in Dallas, it's not super strong. The DIY scene is not there. Honestly, we were talking about this like last week or something like that. Is that no one wants to throw house shows in Dallas for some reason. Maybe it's because of like the cops or like everything's in a suburb, like wherever people live, you know, or an apartment like in the city. So that's what Denton has like a huge scene for that. That's where all the house shows go on, and that's where like that's kind of the punk center of Texas is Denton.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The next thing I kind of wanted to go on was like, have you guys, how's your touring routes? Like, have you guys expanded from, because I know, and this is actually weird to ask, because like I've had several friends be like, yeah, we just been touring Texas. And I'm just like, just Texas. I keep forgetting, Texas is pretty fucking big.
It is, yeah. We haven't been everywhere in Texas. Like we've never played in San Antonio or Houston or anything like that. But our most frequent stops are Austin and Tulsa and Norman in Oklahoma. But the farthest we've been is California. We've never been to the East Coast, but we will in the summer. So keep an eye out for that. We'll come say hi, hang out with you. But
yes, I'll be open with some open arms and some hugs and kisses.
Oh, please! I can't wait.
Keeping it real loving in this motherfucker, you know.
But the farthest we've been is California, which is pretty crazy for us. Like playing a show in California, which is not where we're from, is the craziest thing ever. And there was actually people there too, which is, it's not like, you know, like we played a show also we played a show in Flagstaff, Arizona, in which the guy at this venue, which name I will not disclose, he totally like he showed up like drunk off his ass, and he was like, oh yeah, I guess I forgot to promote the show because I was in the hospital or something, and you know, I'll record you guys playing a song for free if you want. We're like, okay, whatever. We're here. We're in Arizona, so we'll record a song. And we record it and we get it back on like a flash drive. It's the worst thing we've ever heard. So it's just a terrible experience.
Just a terrible experience overall. Because I saw the photo and the photo looked beautiful.
From Arizona.
From Arizona, Flagstaff of the what was it, the Milky Way?
The venue?
I don't know if it was a venue. No, it was.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The stars and.
That was not from when we were there. I saw someone share that on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, Flagstaff was a cool place." They're like that.
So you tried to salvage just like any positive thing from it.
That's the thing. Like
all right.
Flagstaff itself is like beautiful, and it was awesome. And like we got free coffee. Like me and my friend Gavin went. We were like looking for some coffee, and we go to this little store like right next to the venue, and the ladies are like, "Oh, we're closed. I'm sorry, but we'll give you the coffee we have left for free." Like, yeah, awesome. So like Flagstaff itself is like beautiful and like a super fresh air, nature-y type place, but the venue's not good.
That's really cool. Or the experience is really cool. You could say you went somewhere, it was closed, and they just gave you free shit. Like,
yeah,
that's like
I'm
that's
not complaining.
like
that was awesome.
Completely opposite of what's supposed to happen, but unless you're like a Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
So, I want to just jump into your guys' marketing because you seem to be like, you know, kicking ass when it comes to interacting with your fans, and you seem to know the importance of having a good social presence.
Well, thank you.
So like, what would you say goes into your decision making when, like, you know, you're posting onto Facebook, onto Twitter, when you're promoting a show X, Y, and Z?
Honestly, just being fans of bands, and like I would say I'm on Facebook more than any other website, just like throughout the course of the day, seeing what bands that I like post, and when I see something that I like and I want to see, I kind of think about that, and I was like, okay, no one wants to just see like a link or like buy our merch right now or anything like that, you know. They want to see something that not only can they like interact with, but it's something that they actually care about, you know. Like sure, you could like spend all day being like yeah, the show is so dope, like go us and stuff like that. But people want to know that like they're appreciated and that they get to engage with content that they actually care about online. Because I mean, like I'm sure you know, like scrolling through Facebook or like scrolling through Defend Pop Punk group or something like that, there's a lot of just garbage that like goes through your news feed, you know. So just you want to make sure that whatever you post on social media is not part of that garbage. You know what I mean?
It wants us to stand out. Like, you don't want to become like another monotonous post that's just
yeah,
hey, Michigan was fun. Hey, Nevada was fun.
Yeah,
you guys sure know how to rock. It's like, why the fuck you start talking like that? Come on. What happened to the basement that you came out swinging from?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's too funny. So going back to you guys specifically as a band, Happy All Right. You said that you guys were recording new music. So you got some mixes out.
We do. We have first mixes. They're on my iTunes library right now.
What would you say would be different from this recording that you guys have compared to the last release that you have?
Not only are these are all songs that we all like wrote together in the same room. Not only that, like that totally changed the dynamic too, because it's full of like, like, oh, that's such a Brad drum part, that's such a Mason bass line and stuff like that. It's full of our personality, but it's also, I think it's more personal and it's more like thought out. Like we spend a lot of time trying to perfect it and make sure it's something that we're proud of and something that other people can enjoy. So we wanted everyone to be happy with it, essentially. That's what I would say.
Well, if you don't mind, I think we should kind of give them a taste as to who you guys are. Would that be a cool thing to do?
Sure, yeah. What do you need?
Well, we'll showcase a song.
It sounds good.
Yeah. So when they go and listen to the new album, they have something to compare it to. The song that I believe you told me to play is going to be "Lost at Home" off of Esperando.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to give like a quick quippet as to the song?
Sure,
I've
yeah.
never used the word quippet before, so hey, that's something.
I knew exactly what you meant, though. I knew exactly what you meant.
Quippet.
So here's my little quippet. Lost at Home. This is the last song on our EP Esperando. I would say it kind of closes this EP. I like to think of it at least as closing this EP and being kind of a cliffhanger to the next one. Kind of in the sense that musically, it's good. The new EP is going to be kind of more like this. And this is kind of an end to what you hear on the rest of Esperando. That's pretty much it. It's Lost at Home. What's
What's
up?
up?
Hello?
Hello?
I can't hear
I
you,
can't
man.
hear you, man. What's up? What's up?
Okay, wait, now you can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, yeah, now I can hear my. Hey, welcome to Babe Talk, everybody.
Hey.
So, long story short, this song rules, and you're right. I can't wait until I'm able to listen to the new EP that's going to be coming out. Do we have an ETA on it at all?
I'm for now. I'm gonna say mid to late January, but it could be sometime. It could be as early. It could be early February. You know what I'm saying?
So it could be like somewhat soon, is what you're saying, like
Very
very
somewhat
soon.
soon. Yeah, even sooner than that, maybe. Who knows?
All right. Well, yo, keep us updated, and we will love, love, love to share out the stuff that you guys put out. We are
Thank you, man.
absolutely well. At least I'm listening. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna yell at my staff and tell them to listen to it, and then each one of them is gonna do a review. So it has 7 different reviews that they'll be forced to do.
I love it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, Sterling, to have you all right, everybody. Let's give them a hand, and I'm the only person here, so I'm gonna give you the hand.
Thank you, man.
The obligatory, if you guys want to sponsor the show, it's going to be Ali at Babetalk.tv. I'd love to talk to you guys as to how you're able to brand alongside of us. Certainly, like I said before, send us anything and we'll share it. Next week, we have bands and people. We're still going to keep strong with the 2 nights a week. And if you miss it, we have Michelle of Mega Weapon that's available on Babetalk.tv to watch and recap. I think that was good, right?
That's great.
That was great. All right. So, hey, that's the end of the show, everybody. On behalf of me and Sterling, everyone enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.